Welcome everybody. My name is Dominique and today we have a full body sculpt using 2 wrist weights. I recommend anywhere from 1 to 3 pounds for your wrist weights, and as always, you can use body weight alone if you prefer. We will get started in an all fours position, and the wrist weights will not come on just yet. So you can place those alongside the mat. You'll turn to face the front. Hands are underneath the shoulders, knees are underneath the hips, neutral neck as you gaze down towards the mat. Knit the ribs in, and then we'll begin to bring awareness to the breath. Allow yourself to center for just a few moments. Inhale through the nose, exhale out the mouth. 2 more. Last one. Now we start to bring a little movement in, start to shift back and then shift forward. We're taking some time to warm up the wrists since we will have quite a few movements in which we will have a little bit of pressure on the hands and on the wrists. And then you can start to make a figure 8. And then eventually you'll find stillness and you'll flip the backs of the hands onto the mat. So just take a few moments to rock back and forth. And then eventually hands flip back towards the body with palms on the mat and continue to rock. And then we'll release, find a neutral tabletop. If you lost the engagement through the core, find it again. And then walk your hands forward about a hand print. Shift the hips forward. Thighs come together. Squeeze through the glutes. Engage through the inner thighs and then begin to lower down for a push-up. Press yourself up. As you come up, tuck the toes. And then we bring right knee, left elbow. Return to a plank. Left knee, right elbow, return to a plank. Release the knees to the earth. Untuck the toes, lower down for a push-up. Press yourself up, tuck the toes, lift the knees, right knee, left elbow, plank, left knee, right elbow, plank. Lower down, we keep moving through that sequence. Take your time. So this is a dynamic full body warm up here. Heat will build relatively quickly. We have 2 more full rounds. Take your time. Last one here. The knees come to the earth, untuck the toes, grab your wrist weights. We'll go ahead and put 1 on each wrist. So you may feel some warmth and some heat in the core, the shoulders, and at the same time, we're giving our wrists a little bit of a break here. So once you have your wrist weights nice and secured, we make our way back into the tabletop position. So again, knit the ribs in, neutral neck, press up and away from the mat. We step 1 foot back and then the other, plank pose. Holds here, press up and away, breathe for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release the knees to the mat. Right hand stays planted. Lift left elbow so it's outside of left hip. We press the palm up towards the ceiling. Keep the arm straight. Now lower the hand down alongside left leg. Press it all the way up. Now we bend only at the elbow. So we have that combo movement. So you press into the tricep extension, lower the hand down. This is a lat press variation as you press up, then bend through the elbow and we have the tricep extension again. So keep moving here. Core is still strong and engaged. Slow and controlled. Both sides are working. So you have your right arm supporting you as the left arm moves in isolation. We have 3 more full rounds. So we find the tricep extension, lower down, lift, and bend. Extend, lower, lift, and bend. Last one, extend, lower, lift, and bend. Now we just press the palm up, tricep extension here. 3, 4, keep moving, ribs knit in. Last 3, 2, 1. Keep the arms straight, lower it down. Now we press up and up. Yes, you can. I know your right shoulder is starting to get fatigued. Neutral neck, core is engaged. Last 3, 2, 1. Release the hand back down underneath the shoulder. We have another plank. Step 1 foot back and then the other. The sweat is dripping down my arms. Perhaps they are for yours too. Press up and away from the mat. Squeeze the glutes. Inner thighs are engaged. We hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring both knees down. This time left hand is planted. We lift right elbow outside of right hip. Press the palm up towards the ceiling. Extend the arm. Keep the arm straight. Lower hand down. Press it up. Bend through the elbow. Extend, lower, lift, bend. Extend, lower, lift, bend. Extend, lower, lift, and bend. Keep moving. Check in with what's going on in the core, in your neck, in the lower body. We have a few more. Last 3 full rounds. Give me 2 more here. Last full round, and then we go right into the tricep extension. So we bend through the elbow, press the palm up, bend, extend, bend, extend. Keep moving, you got this. Keep building pretty quickly for our sculpt today. We have 3 more. Last 2. Last one, we keep the arm extended. Lower and lift, lower and lift, lower and lift. You've got this. Check in with the neck. We have 3 more here. Last 2, last 1. Release right hand underneath the shoulder. We have another plank. Extend one leg back and then the other. Press up and away. Squeeze the glutes. Inner thighs are active. We hold neutral neck for 5, 4. Yes, you can. 3, 2, and 1. Release the knees to the earth. Lift yourself up so you're in a kneeling position. And then go ahead and hinge at the hips. Arms are alongside the body. You can wipe away some of the sweat if you have a towel. And then we bring the hands outside of the hips. We press the palms up, keep them high. Arms come out to the respective sides of the body. Bring them back in, lower down. Press up, airplane, bring them in, lower down. Keep moving. So each time you spread the arms out, it's almost like when an airplane starts to bring their wings out. Very similar movement. Lots of control here. Core is active, glutes are engaged. Inner thighs are active. So there's a lot going on. Even though we're only moving the arms, the lower body and the core is working. Last 2 here. Press up, open, close, lower. 1 more. Press up, open, close, lower. Now we just press up with arms extended. Yes, you can. Neutral neck. Find your breath. Find your focal point. We have 3, 2, 1. Hold up. Now it's out and in. Out and in. Out and in. Yes, you can. You've got this. You're strong and capable. We have 3, 2, and 1. Sit back on the heels. You can roll out the shoulders, give them a little bit of a break. Perhaps you even roll out your wrist. So enjoy the quick break here. And then we release the hands on top of the legs. I'm going to turn and face you for our next movement. So we'll start in a heel sit. Arms come alongside the body. Flip the palms out towards the sides of the mat. We lift the arms up, bend, extend, lower. Lift, bend, extend, lower. Lift, bend, extend, lower. Keep with this. If you want to add on a little bit more, then as you lower, you can lift the arms and the hips, stay upright as you bend, and then lower back down. It's up to you. We have a few more, and then we're going to follow that same pattern to where we stick with 1 movement and then go to the other. Last 2. Last 1. So now we're just going to lift and lower the arms. So it's up to you. Do you want to lift the glutes and squeeze at the top and lower down? Lift and lower. Or do you want to stay with your glutes on your heels and just keep this isolated towards the arms? It's up to you. We have a few more reps for you to play around. And then we'll do the extension with the arms. So it's up to you again. Do you want to stay back on the heels or do you want to stay up as we bend and extend? So this is the last one. If you want to come up, you'll lift up, squeeze through the glutes, bend and extend. Bend and extend, bend and extend. You got it. Keep moving. We have 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Keep the arms out. Now lower the palms, twist them up. If your legs are separated, bring them together, squeeze through midline, lower, lift, twist down, twist up. You've got this. Shoulders are burning. Yes, I know. Core is engaged. Knit the ribs in, squeeze through the glutes, squeeze through the inner thighs. We have 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower the arms alongside the body, sit back. Now the weights are going to come to the ankles. So they're no longer wrist weights anymore. They're going to be ankle weights. So go ahead, secure one, then the other. Again, a little bit of a break here as we switch the weights, and then we'll lift ourselves back up. There's sweat all over my mat, hopefully yours too. Now we'll find our way back into a tabletop position again. We'll extend one leg long, lift the leg, then keep the leg extended, bend through the knee, crunch nose to knee. Extend the leg long, lower it down. Lift the leg, bring the knee in, round through the back, extend long, lower down. Lift, bend, extend, lower. lift, bend, extend, lower, lift, bend, extend, lower. You've got this. So we're definitely engaging our core and our obliques to keep us stable when we're in the tabletop. Lots going on here. 2 more full rounds, and then we find that same pattern again. Last one. Lift, bend, extend, lower. Now we just lift and lower. Legs stay straight. Lift and lower. Press up and away from the mat. Lift and lower. You've got this. Yes, you can. We have 5, 4, strong upper body, 3, 2, 1. Keep the leg lifted. Now bring the knee in. Extend the leg. Bring the knee in. Extend the leg. Bring it in and extend. You've got this. We have 5. Perhaps the toes stay pointed. 4. Yes, you can. 3, 2, and 1. Extend the leg long. Tap the toes to the left. Lift, lower them down. Lift, toes to the left. Lift, lower them down. Lift, toes to the left. Lift, and lower. You'll have a break here soon. A few more. Yes, you can. Strong through the core, strong through the upper body. Last 4. Last 3. Last 2. Last 1 here. Tap to the left, lift, bring the knee in. Sit back, child's pose. Forehead to the mat. Take a moment, find your breath. Then go ahead and press yourself up. We'll move right to the other side. So we'll extend left leg long, weight shifts to midline, engage the core. We lift, bend, extend, and lower. Lift, bend, extend, lower, lift, bend, extend, lower. You've got it. Find a pace and perhaps a rhythm that works well for you. Perhaps you hear my words repeating in the head. We have a few more. Last 3 here. Last 2. Last 1. Now we keep the leg extended, lower and lift, lower and lift, lower and lift. Both hips are framing towards the mat. Move with control. Lots of engagement, total body work. We have 3. Last 2. Last 1, keep it lifted, bend through the knee to nose. Extend, knee to nose. Extend, knee to nose. Extend, you got it. See if we can slow it down a little. I know it's easy to speed it up. Last 3. Last 2. 1 more here. Keep the legs extended, tap the toes over towards the right. Lift, lower down, lift to the right. Lift, lower down, lift to the right. Lift, lower down, lift. You got it. Core is working. Glutes are definitely burning. We have a few more. Last 3. Last 2. Last 1 here. So we lift, tap to the right, lift, and bring the knee in. This time, instead of going into child's pose, we'll flip the legs around. So now we have our glutes on the mat. Our feet are planted, knees are bent. So you'll take your hands behind the thighs, lift up through the spine with integrity. Your legs might not come all the way together because the wrist weight or the ankle weights might restrict them, and that's okay. So then we'll just round through the back. Try to keep the legs as close together as you can. Lift yourself up. And we round through the back. Lift yourself up. 2 more. Round through the back. Lift yourself up. Last one. Round and lift. Now, notice how you have a proud chest here when you're at the top. As we release the arms alongside the body, bring yourself back. So now your total core belt is engaged, arms are alongside the body. You still have your shoulders framing towards the front of the mat and a proud chest. Now lift right foot off the earth, lower it down. Left foot, lower. Right foot, lower. Left foot, lower. Keep moving. If you want to add the arms, you can lift them as the legs come up. It's up to you. So there's always ways to make things more difficult. Just make sure that the practice meets you where you're at today. Knit the ribs in. We have a few more on each side. Last 3. Last 2. Last 1. Arms come alongside, feet are planted. Roll yourself down, arms come overhead. Exhale, roll and lift yourself up. Again, lower yourself down, arms overhead. Lift yourself up, thighs are squeezing together here. Keep moving. You've got this. Really articulate the spine each time you roll down and also when you roll yourself back up. We have a few more here. Last 3. Last 2. Last 1. So we'll come all the way down. Keep the knees bent. Arms up towards the ceiling. Lift the knees. We move into dead bugs. Extend left leg and right arm. Bring it back to center. Extend left arm, right leg, back to center. Left leg, right arm, back to center. Left arm, right leg, back to center. Keep moving. Strong through the core, strong through the legs. Really try to control each movement. You can close your eyes for mind-muscle connection. It's up to you. 2 more on each side. Last 1. Then we bring it in, hug the knees, rock left and right. You can take a deep breath with an inhale through the nose and an exhale out the mouth. And then release the knees down towards the mat. Just a little bit more work here. Interlace the fingers. Place the hands behind the back of the head. Your inner thighs will glue together. Knit the ribs in. Neutral pelvis here. We lift on the exhale. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Now you can stay here, or if you want a little bit more, you'll lift one knee in, lower the foot down. Obviously the legs are gonna separate if you lift the legs with the chest lift. So you have two options. You can keep the feet planted on the mat with the inner thighs together, or legs will separate and you will lift one leg with each chest lift. Now we call it a chest lift because you really want to use your core to lift your chest. We have a few more. If you're lifting the legs, 2 more on each side. If you're not lifting the legs, it'll just be a total of 4. Last one on each side if you're lifting the legs, or 2 more if legs are together. And we release. Arms come alongside the body. Walk the feet in so they're only about a footprint difference between the glutes and the heels. Then you'll press through the heels, tilt the pelvis up. Vertebrae by vertebrae, roll up into a bridge, squeeze at the top, and then you'll reverse it back down as you lower down. Feet are in line with the hips here, so press through the heels, roll yourself up, vertebrae by vertebrae, and then release, lower yourself down. A few more, just like that. Arms are active, palms are on the mat. Last 2 here. Last one. So we have a little bit of a cool down. We keep our left knee bent, left foot planted, right knee comes into the chest. Give it a squeeze. Then extend right foot up towards the ceiling. Point and flex your right foot. Then eventually, right knee comes back into the chest. And we make our way into a figure 4. You can use your right hand to press and open up right hip. And if you would like, you can take this into a reclined pigeon as left foot comes off the earth, perhaps a little rock left and right. Then we release. If you're in the pigeon, we all meet, right knee into chest, lower right foot down. We switch other side. So right foot stays planted this time, left knee into the chest, give it a squeeze. Then extend left foot up towards the ceiling, point and flex through left foot. Eventually we make our way into the figure 4 shape, left knee back into the chest. Find the figure 4 shape. Again, left hand can assist the hip opener here. And if you would like, we have our reclined pigeon. Stillness or rocking, your choice. If right foot is lifted, lower it down. Left knee comes into the chest. Right knee into the chest, squeeze, bring the legs together. Hands come to the back of the thighs. We start to roll like a ball, forward and back. On your next one, find your way into a boat pose. Arms can release alongside the body. You can extend through the legs if you would like, or if you're very fatigued like I am, you can keep the knees bent. We hold for 5. 4, it's amazing how 2-pound weights can make this so much heavier. 3, 2, and 1. Cross at the ankles. You can keep the weights on or take them off. I will spin and face you. We'll move into some upper body stretches. I'm actually going to take mine off real quick because definitely in the way. Okay. So we inhale, lift the arms up towards the ceiling. Exhale, release hands, interlace fingers low back. Inhale, roll shoulders up towards the ceiling.
proud chest. Eventually the shoulders roll down towards the back, look up. And if you would like, you can hinge at the hips as you open up through the shoulders. You might feel this all the way down the forearms and the biceps as well. Then eventually lift yourself back up. Inhale, arms come up. Exhale, hands to a T, and then bring your right arm in front. Stretch through the back of the shoulder this time. Release, inhale, arms to a T. Exhale, left arm in front. Inhale, release, arms come up. Exhale, we find a tricep stretch. Right hand comes to the back. Left hand comes to right elbow. Inhale, release for a T. Exhale, other side. You can go ahead and release the stretch. We are done with our full body sculpt for today. Thank you so much for tuning in with me. If you enjoyed this video, then please be sure to let me know by hitting the like button below and leaving a comment. I will see you next time. Have a great day.